What is up, peeps? This is FWTV HD, and first thing you can obviously tell is my mic is gone. The audio isn't that great, but I'm sure you can bear with me for this, so thank you for that. Straight to the video, we are doing a bloody a hip-hop instrumental tutorial, how to make it on FL Studio. I'm using the demo, so it will involve all the VST plugins that come with it, so you won't have to download any extra VSTs for this. So it's a simple one, and I'm literally just going to do it. It probably will be in a few parts because it does take a lot longer than it will seem. So let's jump straight into this. The first thing you need to do is, you can see I've gone into Legacy. When you open up packs down here, you will see Legacy sitting there. So you open that up and you go to hip hop, which is around here, and you find these certain drums. These are not the only drums you can do. You can do the drum kits and the snares and all this stuff you can get. But I prefer to do the hip hop because it's just nice and simple. My favorite is hip kick free, so you can do that and replace the original kick that comes with it. Yeah, so you need that. Then you need your snare. I like to do the snap. I like the snap. So what you're gonna do straight away is you've got to set your tempo up here, next to the stop and play buttons. Around here, you're gonna set it to 90. That is basically the classic hip hop type tempo. So yeah, you got to do that first. What am I doing? You've got to do that first and bring it back up. And you first have to make a pattern. So I would go around here where you can see the numbers moving and add up to 16. So you add 16 bars across, and then you can add your beat. So the simplest one is you basically the graze is where the bass should start. You know, if you're doing a dance track, it should be graze where the bass start, and the reds is where the snare would start the sound. But that's just the simples. But anyway, we're gonna get a bit hip hoppy here. Let's just start playing around. Do it what suits you best. Don't worry, I will change around the sounds and stuff later on. So I'm just adding a quick hip hop beat here. Yeah, it will take you a while to kind of figure out what you want best, but I'm literally just going straight into this. Yeah. There we are, nice and simple there. Now a quick trick I'm going to show you. What I want to do with my snare is kind of add a reverb, some sort of echo to it to make it more effective and sound a lot better. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on it and you're going to go to your channel settings, go to assign free mixer track, and it's on a mixer track around here, and you just simply click on there and go to reverb. Now leave it at the original if you want to. I'm just going to leave it at the original, but you can change. You also have some presets set in here. Whatever sounds good for you in terms of reverb. Definitely just test it out and see what sounds good, but I like this. It definitely makes it sound a lot better, especially when combined with all the instruments I'm going to include. So yeah, next thing you need to work on is the obviously the hi-hat. I'm going to go hat free, and so what you need to do is you to right click here and you go fill each in 2 steps. Very simple. But what I enjoy doing is kind of stepping it up a notch. Going to piano roll, which is what this looks like. You can zoom out by holding control and using the roller thingy on your mouse, or you could just do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to select all, Control A, shorten it down, and then I'm going to copy and paste that and move it along to the next one. Now what this does is one, makes it a lot quicker and a lot better, but you can also edit the kind of the volume of the one after it. It kind of gives it some sort of a really good effect to it. Just play around, whatever. Just and if you want to get even a bit more into it, you go to the line and go to the quarter step. Go to kind of make it a bit more a bit more, literally. Where would I do it? Okay, go here and make it even. Okay, what am I doing? There we go. Then make it even shorter, and it kind of has that sounds a lot better, doesn't it? So you can include these little bits, really make a big difference to your song. Maybe I got up a bit more, and it just fits perfect. So when you have the hi-hat done, the one thing I'm going to say is one thing I want to say is you do not want the hi-hat always with the drum beat, especially when in like a verse and stuff. So what you can do is you can quickly go edit, cut, use the PAT thing, control, and move to pattern 2, and just simply paste it into here, so you have your own track for this for the hi-hat, and you put it together. And that is very simple drums made. Now what I like to do when making a hip hop is just combining all the tracks and then splitting it up and structuring it afterwards. So how much time am I on? Let me check. We could continue. So yeah, when you want to go to the we've got to go to be honest, what I like to say, I like to include the bass bit first and then work up to the melody, or just do the bass, get the melody, and then work around it. That depends on how you want to do it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert boo bass, which comes with the thingy FL Studio, and it literally is like a bass guitar. It literally just makes it sound just like a bass guitar. If you want to take off the kind of I don't know what to say, like it's strumming a string, you just get rid of the treble and the mid. If you want, you can also increase the bass, make it a lot more bassy, but that is up to you. Adjust it to how you want, but I'm just going to simply do it like this. And now we go into piano roll. You can select from ABCs or piano up here to add the kind of bass notes in. I'm going to go to the very simple, just very simple pattern there. Let's make it a bit longer, make it last a lot longer. There we go, last the whole thing. But yeah, just start off with the bass, but make sure you get it as low as possible, so until it doesn't sound a bit, make sure it doesn't sound a bit riggedy or something. Let's do a bit more into that. Make this back to line. Just play around, get up with the slide. I don't want slide. Find a bass pattern that suits you, and then now you work on to you include an instrument which is very popular in hip hop, and that is there we go, wrong one. You have to include FL keys, not the drum pad. Oh, there we go. Oh, it done it for me. Okay, I used the default one. As you can see, that's probably loud, so I might turn that down a bit. And now you include the bass notes, which I tend to include first. Just copy and paste it out quicker and drag it up. One thing I've realised is the volume. The volumes, they're turned down since I previously adjusted. Let's just get that back up. Make sure you do these 100%. Make sure you do these in different tracks, because it's really important, because then it allows you to have a lot more variation when structuring and putting the piece together. Let's include that bass note down there. now we are going to move on to the piano melody. I like to do it above the